All right, the biggest news that we are tracking for you comes in from Scotland, where the Scotland Yard's Counter-Terrorism Command is investigating a series of highly targeted attacks on 2 Pakistani dissidents living in Britain, which may bear the hallmarks of states using criminal proxies to silence their critics. The attacks, which began on Christmas Eve, took place in Cambridgeshire and Buckinghamshire and targeted prominent supporters of jailed former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan. One person has been arrested in connection with the incidents, which include physical assault, attempted arson and the use of a firearm. One of the victims, human rights lawyer and former Pakistani cabinet minister Mirza Shahzad Akbar, reportedly said that masked attackers assaulted him at his home on Christmas Eve. Days later, shots were fired into his house and an attempt was made to set it on fire. A third attack earlier this month involved vandalism and racist graffiti. Another incident occurred in Cheshire, Buckinghamshire, where 2 men actually broke into the home of a dissident and vandalised it. Scotland Yard's Counter-Terrorism Command has taken over the probe, saying it is keeping an open mind on the motive and whether the attacks are linked. Let's take a look at who these people are who have been attacked, because this is something that the UK and the Criminal Investigation Department of the Scotland Yard is in fact looking at why such attacks are repeatedly taking place, and they are trying to see if there are any links that they might find. So let's look at the first person who is being attacked, who is Mirza Shahzad Akbar. He is a former Imran Khan cabinet member and a human rights lawyer. So Imran Khan was the former Prime Minister of Pakistan and he was a cabinet minister in his government. He is also a human rights lawyer. Now, he is also the former PTI minister, criticized the military-backed government for transnational repression going on since 2022. So, he is also in fact speaking against the current regime in Pakistan, and he said that there have been attacks and repression by that government. In 2023, he survived an unsolved acid attack at home. So these attacks have been going on since a long time. In 2023, there was an acid attack which he survived. In a viral speech in December 2025, he accused Munir of kidnapping leaders' families to instill fear. So he is also in fact targeted Asim Munir, who is the Pakistan Defence Minister, I beg your pardon, who is the Chief of the Army Staff in Pakistan, and he has in fact targeted him, and he has stated that they are targeting the families of these people. On December 24th, 2025, he was punched repeatedly in the face. So this is the Christmas Eve. He was punched repeatedly in the face, and the masked attacker targeted his face, causing fractured nose and jaw injuries. So he got a fractured nose. There were injuries in his jaw because of the repeated punching by a masked attacker. On December 31st, there was gunfire and attempted arson that struck his Cambridgeshire home. So at his home, there was an attempted arson attack, and he was also in fact gunshots were heard. On January 10th this year, chemicals and racist graffiti along with broken windows targeted his residence again. So there were chemicals that were thrown, there was a racist graffiti all outside his home again at the start of this year. So this is something that we are in fact looking at, and this is about Mirza Shahzad Akbar. So this person has been attacked over there in Britain. So let's now look at who is the other person who is being attacked over there and targeted, who is Adil Raza. So a former Pakistani army major and critic of Pakistan's military establishment and army leadership. So he is a former Pakistani major and he is a critic of the government over there as well. In March 2023, he claimed Army Chief Asim Munir plotted assassination attempt on Imran Khan. So, he also stated that Asim Munir tried to assassinate the former Prime Minister Imran Khan over there, and that is what he had claimed in March 2023. He was court-martialed in absentia for sedition in October 2023 due to his critical content. So, because of his critical content, he was also court-martialed from the Pakistani army. In July 2025, Raza revealed ISI manipulation and rigged elections during London defamation trial. So, he has in fact alleged that there is an ISI influence over there as well, and he says that everything is rigged in the country, and that is why he is being called a dissenter. Now, Raja denounced the regime as despotic, supporting Imran Khan while criticizing the army. So, he is obviously a supporter of Imran Khan, and he is in fact criticized the army of Pakistan. On Christmas Eve 2025, his London area home was broken into. So, again on Christmas Eve, again this person's home was also broken into in 2025. So, this is very similar to how the other person was also attacked on Christmas Eve. Two men in dark clothing entered while the property was unoccupied at the time. So, fortunately, he was not present at his London home, but two men in dark clothes were in fact seen entering the home. Mail with his name was removed from a drawer and left visible. So, in fact, there were some letters that were inside his drawers, and that was taken out by these men who had entered his home. So, this is what we are getting to know, that there was mail in his drawer that was taken out, and that was left visible for him to actually see that these people had entered his house in the London area. So, this is also something that has come to the fore. Now, let us in fact take this discussion forward. There is Ambassador KP Fabian, former diplomat, who is joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us on the broadcast. A very good afternoon to you. So, when we are looking at this entire issue that is coming to the fore, the Scotland Yard's Counter-Terrorism Command is stating that they want to look at the angle where states are using criminal proxies to silence their critics. Do you think that this might be something that is happening when all these Pakistani dissenters are being targeted simultaneously in Britain?
Yes, I suppose some states do that, and if Pakistan is, all that I will say is likely to do it, I have no evidence, and it is up to the Scotland Yard to take to complete the necessary investigations and take consequential action.
Right, sir. In fact, when we are also looking, do you think, sir, that these are also targeted attacks, because only people who were critics of the Pakistani government, they have been attacked, sir?
Yes. So, obviously, I mean, to the extent we have the knowledge, there was a certain design, and they were chosen to be attacked for what they seem to have been doing, namely criticizing a government.
Right, sir. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, sir, with that valuable perspective. Now, the United